Hey everyone! So today I am doing my December wrap-up and January TBR. And as per usual, I did not get through as many books as I wanted in December and have an overly ambitious TBR for January. So let's get started. The first book that I read in December, which I've already talked about a lot on my channel, is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. And since I've talked about this book a lot, I'm not going to go into too much detail. I will have a review on this book on my channel soon, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I love Elizabeth Gilbert and her writing, so this of course was going to be a really great book. As you can see, I've taken a lot of notes, and it was a really inspirational read, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I got to it. And it was a quick read too, so if you're looking for something that's enjoyable and easy read, definitely pick up this book. It's beautiful. Obviously, the cover is beautiful and the writing is really beautiful too. So I also read or listened to my first audiobook. So I published a video a while ago about reading habits, like do you guys like reading more than one book at a time? Because I was thinking about it, or whether I should get into audiobooks. And a lot of people suggested that audiobooks were a great way to read a book and listen to a different book at the same time. So I listened to my first audiobook last month and I really enjoyed it. I listened to The Art of Asking by Amanda Palmer, and it was a really great audiobook. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to actually buy the physical copy because I enjoyed the audio so much. She does a lot of different things in the audio. She sings. She's a really great speaker, and it was just a really great book. And if you do not know who she is, Amanda Palmer is a kind of indie rock star, and she's also married to Neil Gaiman. So the book was really great. It's a book about her journey and how she got to where she is now. And it's also about just being unafraid of asking people for help, because that's the only way you can grow. And I really enjoyed that because I have a big issue with that. I want to be independent and do things on my own. So this really helps you realize that asking for help is not something to be ashamed of. She goes into a lot of detail about her and Neil Gaiman's relationship too, which I really enjoyed. It was such a sweet and cute relationship. So if you're looking for self-help mixed with a little bit of romance and a biography, this is a really great book, and I highly suggest you listen to it on audio because she was just amazing. So I got through 2 other books this month, and that is The Golden Compass and The Subtle Knife from the Dark Materials series. I am currently reading the 3rd book, which I hope I will finish in January, but yeah, I've read the first book a long time ago, so I reread the first book and then am trying to finish up the series, and I am enjoying it so far. It's very interesting. I loved rereading The Golden Compass. I brought back a lot of nostalgic memories of when I was younger when I read this book, and I still want a demon so bad. But I really am enjoying this book. I'm loving the mystery, and I cannot wait to see how this series concludes. And I'm really happy that I decided to pick up the series again because it's really an amazing series. So those are all the books that I got through. And I also started another audiobook called The Warmth of Other Suns by Isabel Wilkerson, and I met this author when I was in college, and I've always had her book. It's just a really thick book. It's about, I think, 1,000 or more pages, and I was just so intimidated to pick it up. But my mother actually listened to it on audiobook, and I figured I enjoyed The Art of Asking so much that I decided I would listen to The Warmth of Other Suns, and it so far has been a really wonderful book. This book is about the Great Migration, when African Americans were migrating north in hopes of having a better life, and it really talks about how they still dealt with struggles in the north, and it follows, I believe, 3 or 4 people who migrated north in their stories. So it's a beautiful book. She talked about when she came to visit us at my college, how much research and interviews and everything went into this book, and I really appreciate all the time she took to write it. It's such a beautiful book. I've been learning a lot through it, and I hope eventually I will actually read it too, because there's so much in the book that I feel like I kind of glaze over sometimes when I'm listening to the audiobook. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. And the narrator, I don't know her name. If I do find it out, I'll put it on the screen. But she's a really great narrator. She does all the different voices really well, and it's just, she's made it very interesting, and I love it. So those are the books I am currently reading. And for the month of January, I hope to get finished with those two. And I also want to do, I've noticed that lately I've been reading a lot of heavy books, or not big books, but also books that are very heavy topics or that take a little bit longer to read. So this month I kind of want to read some more lighter books. And so I've decided, I still have a huge list of books that I want to read, but I'm also going to be starting this year, since it's a brand new year, a TBR jar, so that I can expand my reading a little bit and read something that I normally wouldn't pick. And so in here are different kind of things, and I've asked my friends and some of my family to kind of give me suggestions on what I should put in here. So I will be picking something out of here today too. So one of the books that I really want to get to this month is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. And I've had this book for a while now, and I think it's the right time to read it. I'm already thinking about all the New Year's resolutions, all the goals I have for this year, and I think tidying up and cleaning up my life and getting rid of unnecessary clutter is something that I really want to focus on this year. So I definitely want to get to this book sometime this month if possible, because I know it'll inspire me, and hopefully, I've heard a lot of good things about it, and a lot of people really changed their life after reading this book. So I'm hoping that I can get some inspiration and really kind of declutter my life, and maybe this will help me not buy as many books as I do. So yeah, I'm really excited to get to this one. And the next two books were Christmas presents that I got, and if you want to know about all the other books I got for Christmas, you can look at my Christmas book haul, which I will link down below too. But the first book that I want to get to is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, and this is my older sister bought me this book for Christmas, and I really am super glad that she got it for me, and I want to get to this one. I've heard so many great things about it, and it just seems like a really interesting and fun book. I also want to read Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling, and of course this is also, my younger sister got me this book, and this has also just been one of the books that I've had on my TBR for a very long time, and now that I have a physical copy of it, I really want to get to this one. It's very short too, and I've kind of been on this trend now where I've been enjoying like these autobiography, self-help kind of books. I mean, I read The Art of Asking and Big Magic, and I really love those books, so I know I'm going to enjoy this one too. So I have three other books that I want to get to this month. I'm not sure whether or not I will get to all of them, but they're books that I've really wanted to read, and they're fun, kind of easy reads, so I don't know how many I'll get to. And the first one is Strands of Bronze and Gold by Jane Nickerson, and I've talked about this book in a book haul before, but basically it's a girl whose parents have all passed away, and she gets taken in by her uncle, and she realizes that she has this her uncle is a very well-to-do person, very rich. She gets adopted by her uncle and suddenly has everything she could possibly need, and it's about her life changing from not having very much and struggling to live to basically being pampered and, you know, having everything she needs and more than she needs. So I really want to get to this one. I think it is based on a fairy tale. Yeah, it's based on the Bluebird fairy tale, which I have not heard of, but yeah, if you want to read a retelling of that fairy tale, I definitely would suggest this one. I also want to read The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, just because everyone pretty much on BookTube has read this book, and I have not read it yet, and I want to get in the discussion, so I want to read this one. And I hear it's a pretty fast read, and I hope I can get through it pretty quick. I'm also going to read The Six of Crows by Leah Bardugo for a read-along that I just joined, and I will put more information on that read-along if you want to join too. It seems like it's going to be pretty cool, and I wanted to buy The Six of Crows for a while now, so this read-along has given me the excuse to go pick it up and read it. So now I'm going to pick my first TBR challenge from the jar. Hopefully it's a good one. Alright. Okay. Mix them up a little bit. All right. The first one is read a book by a female author. So this should not be a hard one to do, so I will probably just pick one of the ones that I already had. And yeah, the one, Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling. This will be the TBR challenge book that I read for this month. So yeah. So yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what books you guys are reading this month. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Hey guys. So today I am filming my most anticipated books of 2016, and I know I'm wearing the same clothes as I did in the last video, but that's because I'm filming these on the same day